Let's talk about some operating systems here because they all come out on Monday, September 15th. So iOS 26, macOS, iPadOS, watchOS, tvOS. Monday is the day they're all going to be released. I've been running the betas of, I think, all of these. Adam, I know during people will find out during Monday's episode that you updated to the beta last week.
Public beta. Yeah.
The public beta. Yeah. I've been running dev betas on all of these. How is iOS 26 running for you?
It's fine. I mean, not other than the visual stuff, right? Some of which I like, some of which I'm like a little bit like, do I like this? Do I not? I haven't formed a really solid opinion on it yet. Trying to think if there's any new feature that I'm like, oh yeah, that's like game changer for me. There really isn't. It's a nice upgrade. It's fine. You know, visually, again, I'm a little conflicted on it. I like some things, some other things. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird, or that's kind of hard to see, or you know, some of the translucency is a little bit off. I'm hoping they're still work on tweaking some of that, you know, occasionally.
Yep.
I'm trying to think if there's, I can't even, so the fact that I can't name one feature that I was like, oh, blown away by, I guess says a lot. I know one thing I don't like is they changed the clock icon to white, and I wish I could change it back to black, but
can you not? Can't you edit
didn't find
icons?
A setting for it. If somebody knows how to do it, that would be great.
Oh, there's the whole icon editing thing. Take a look at that because you might be able to tweak that, Adam.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Any stability issues?
Nope.
Are you a thumbs up for release day? Like if people want to update on release day, if you're that kind of person
for iOS,
yeah, iOS only. We're asking right now. Yes,
iOS on iPhone. I've never been really afraid to update. My iPad, now I would do it because I just don't use my iPad that much anymore. If you really, really rely on your iPad for things, then maybe you want to wait. And I'm the same way on the Mac. Like, I will probably update my Mac right away. I'm not really worried about it in this day and age. I'm doing a lot less like professional stuff on my Mac. It's more casual usage since I kind of stopped doing my podcast, I guess. And the one thing I'll have to check is I'll have to just check and make sure there's no issues with my Motu, my M4 audio interface with the new OS. So I'll double check that before I upgrade because I do need to record my other show, Debut Film Podcast, that I do with
and
my
this
daughter.
one.
Well, and this one too, yeah. Fair. So I still have podcasts I have to worry about. So that's where I worry about macOS updates. It's just like if you're relying on it for any kind of business or work, make sure all your stuff's going to work, and you might just want to hold off in case there are any quirky issues. But you know, if you're just a casual user and stuff like that, at this day and age, I knock on wood, I have not had any major issues with any Apple updates in the past couple years. It's all been pretty smooth transition for the most part. I know that hasn't been your experience, but for me, that's been my experience.
Yeah. Yep. How about you, Pete? You've been running the iOS and watchOS betas. Is that it?
I have, and so far I like them. So I violated my own advice that when the beta first became available, I went ahead and did that, and I've not had any problems. But I think there's no better advice than, especially if you rely on that machine, give it a week to 10 days. Let the let the interwebs go wild with whatever is wrong with it, so that you can't be accused of holding it wrong, as it were.
Yeah.
I think waiting a week for a major operating system update so that, and the other advice Adam gave is excellent. Make sure that whatever programs you rely on are in fact going to work well with, in this case, Tahoe, before you update your Mac. That's it. Simple and sage advice. Just give it a few days so that,
and are you saying a few days on just macOS or a few days on iOS and watchOS?
Well,
too?
it wouldn't hurt to do it on your iOS and watch either. For whatever machine you really rely on. I mean, like I say, I violated my own advice by upgrading to iOS right away, and that's one where you can't roll back very easily. Well, none of them are, for that matter.
Yep.
So
Right.
I probably wouldn't do that again if I thought about it. I just wasn't thinking about it when I did it, right?
I've done it before, and it was a month and a half of pain before it finally started to kind of come around. So yes, yep. So I've been running all of them, and I would say, for iOS, watchOS, and tvOS, even if you use your devices daily, I think release day is okay. Whatever day you install liquid glass on your watch and your iPhone, you're going to go through a sort of visual change process. You might have some change resistance. We shared the tip about going into accessibility and turning off the, I'll come up with it. It's the visual effects, but you can, what is it? Visual display and text size, reduce transparency is the one that basically turns off a lot of the kind of the transparent part of liquid glass, which is the most glaring difference. So if you don't like that, turn that off, but give it some time. You might like it, you might not. But I say for iOS, watchOS, and tvOS, those are stable. They work fine, and go ahead and update on day one if you want. iPadOS, if you use your iPad casually, yes, fine, update on day one. Otherwise, I would wait a month for the 0.1 update or some update to come out. It's quirky, man. I have the release on it as of the 9th of the announcement day. Presumably that's the release candidate, and it's still a little quirky on my iPad 6 mini. So you bear that in mind. But if you're using it, it's fine, but I use my iPad casually. If I was using it and relying on it every day, I'd probably be in a world of regret at this point. So that's my advice. For macOS, I think you can do it on release day. It has gotten way more stable, and the developer betas have gotten way more stable in the last 2 weeks for me. But what's also changed in the last 2 weeks is I've learned how to manage my third-party menu bar items. That there was some fundamental change to the way that all works. And apps like Bartender had to be completely reimagined, and he's been catching up with it all too, of course, as he's developing it, right? But that's come around. It's still a little different than what we've known for years. If you run Bartender and rely on it, it's going to be a little different. Just in terms of responsiveness, but it keeps getting better. But iStat menus works great with the new menu bar. The stats thing that we've mentioned on the show, the freeware sort of iStat menus look alike, if you will, that and Bartender and macOS 26, there ain't no love there. So I had to switch back to iStat menus. And then with the updates to Bartender and the updates to macOS 26, like I finally feel like I don't cringe when I open I've had it on my MacBook Air, my M2 Air. So, I would, release day is okay, but bear in mind, check out those third-party menu bar items, and to your point, Adam, your hardware. I will not be updating the machine in the studio right away, ever. I never, ever, never, never, ever. So
yeah, because audio, firmware and drivers and stuff can go south really quick.
Real fast. Oh, and then you're in a world of hurt trying to roll back. There ain't no rolling back. So yeah.
Dave, was it you saying that some or most music concert, professional musicians are, on machines that are 10, 15 years old, and they never update that stuff because
Correct.
it's a problem.
It's a tool. Right. And it
works.
It works.